All right, everyone. Today we're going to get started with reading something from Unit 4. This is called Casey at the Bat. And the full title here is Casey at the Bat, a Ballad of the Republic sung in the year 1888. So this is an old poem, and I'll give you a little background on it here today before we get into it. In this classic poem, a baseball team and its ardent fans renew their hope for a comeback win when the team's star player steps up to the plate. Will Casey save the day, or will he fail to get a hit during the most critical moment of the game? If you know a little bit about baseball, you'll be okay here. If you don't know much about baseball, just know a couple basics here. In baseball, two teams are facing off with one team batting or hitting the ball in order to run around three bases back to their starting place. The other team tries to stop them from rounding the bases. Each team has 9 players and takes turns playing offense and defense. And a baseball field has a baseball diamond and an outfield. The diamond has 4 bases with a pitcher's mound in the middle where the pitcher throws the ball towards the batter. This is a poem by Ernest Thayer. He lived until 1940. Like I said, this is an older poem and was an American poet. He published this poem, Casey at the Bat, in the San Francisco Examiner under the pseudonym Finn, which means he wasn't using his real name. The poem's anonymity and association with DeWolf Hopper, who recited it 10,000 times on the vaudeville stage, led to many false claims about its authorship or who wrote it. And only reluctantly did Thayer eventually step forward to claim the poem as his own. By then, it had become firmly imprinted on the American imagination as the quintessential baseball poem. It's full of hope, drama, bravado, defeat, and humor. So, kind of a poem that maybe you've even heard before. It's a pretty famous poem, probably the most famous baseball poem there ever was. Again, some basic for baseball here. That's a strikeout. You miss the ball, you lose your turn to score for your team. An umpire is a person who rules or plays in a baseball game. Usually, you'll see them behind the catcher. And bases loaded. When more players are already on the bases, the chances are higher that the team will score. So if we have the bases loaded, we got someone on first, second, and third, and we want to make sure that we get those people home to score. So again, if you don't know much about baseball, there's some basics for you that might help you along in this poem. This will be on Study Sync today. So you're going to go into Study Sync, and as you get in there, you can feel free to watch the preview of this text if you've got headphones. Also, the text will be there, and you'll be able to listen along if you'd like. Again, if you have headphones, please do that. Take some annotations if you want, as you have the text in front of you on your screen, and then we'll give you a quiz and think. So completing the quiz and think questions assigned to you on Study Sync. That should take probably most of our time here today, I would imagine. So a couple other things here. We want to stay in our assigned seats. We don't need to make a whole lot of noise while we're doing this. This is just independent work. And again, use your headphones, especially as you watch the preview. And if you want the audio along as you read the poem, you want to use your headphones for that. Complete the quiz and think questions, and then if you're finished, you've got some extra cafe time, or you can look at iExcel for some skills from LA that are assigned to you. Reminder that our EWP is due. We've had plenty of time to work on that, and you should be able to get that turned in pretty much right now. So if you have some extra time, you might want to make sure you've got that too. But the quiz and think questions are what I want to see that you've done. I want to see that you've read and understood this poem as best you can. We'll keep this slide up for you today so you know what to do. And good luck. Thanks.